And there is not a beast in the earth, but the sustenance thereof dependeth on Allah. He knoweth its habitation and its repository. All is in a clear record. And he it is who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and his throne was upon the water, that he might try you, which of you is best in conduct. Yet if thou, O Muhammad, sayest, Lo, ye will be raised again after death, those who disbelieve will surely say, This is naught but open magic. And if we delay for them the doom until a reckoned time, they will surely say, What withholdeth it? Verily, on the day when it cometh unto them, it cannot be averted from them. And that which they derided will surround them. And if we cause man to taste some mercy from us, and afterward withdraw it from him, lo, he is despairing, thankless. And if we cause him to taste grace after some misfortune that hath befallen him, he saith, The ills have gone from me. Lo, he is exultant, boastful. Save those who persevere and do good works, theirs will be forgiveness and a great reward. A likely thing that thou wouldst forsake aught of that which hath been revealed unto thee, and that thy breast should be straitened for it, because they say, Why hath not a treasure been sent down for him, or an angel come with him? Thou art but a warner, and Allah is in charge of all things. Or they say, He hath invented it. Say, then bring 10 surahs, the like thereof, invented, and call on everyone ye can beside Allah, if ye are truthful. And if they answer not your prayer, then know that it is revealed only in the knowledge of Allah, and that there is no God save Him. Will ye then be of those who surrender? Whoso desireth the life of the world and its pomp, we shall repay them their deeds herein, and therein they will not be wronged. Those are they for whom is naught in the hereafter save the fire. All that they contrive here is vain, and all that they are wont to do is fruitless. Is he to be counted equal with them, who relieth on a clear proof from his Lord, and a witness from him reciteth it? And before it was the book of Moses, an example and a mercy. Such believe therein, and whoso disbelieveth therein of the clans, the fire is his appointed place. So be not thou in doubt concerning it. Lo, it is the truth from thy Lord, but most of mankind believe not. Who doth greater wrong than he who inventeth a lie concerning Allah? Such will be brought before their Lord, and the witnesses will say, These are they who lied concerning their Lord. Now the curse of Allah is upon wrongdoers, who debar men from the way of Allah, and would have it crooked, and who are disbelievers in the hereafter. Such will not escape in the earth, nor have they any protecting friends beside Allah. For them the torment will be double. They could not bear to hear, and they used not to see. Such are they who have lost their souls, and that which they used to invent hath failed them. Assuredly in the hereafter they will be the greatest losers. Lo, those who believe and do good works, and humble themselves before their Lord, such are rightful owners of the garden. They will abide therein. The similitude of the two parties is as the blind and the deaf, and the seer and the hearer. Are they equal in similitude? Will ye not then be admonished? And we sent Noah unto his folk, and he said, Lo, I am a plain warner unto you, that ye serve none save Allah. Lo, I fear for you the retribution of a painful day. The chieftains of his folk, who disbelieved, said, We see thee but a mortal like us, and we see not that any follow thee, save the most abject among us, without reflection. We behold in you no merit above us. Nay, we deem you liars. He said, O my people, bethink you if I rely on a clear proof from my Lord, and there hath come unto me a mercy from his presence, and it hath been made obscure to you, can we compel you to accept it, when ye are averse thereto? And, O my people, I ask of you no wealth therefore. My reward is the concern only of Allah, and I am not going to thrust away those who believe. Lo, they have to meet their Lord, but I see you a folk that are ignorant. And, O my people, who would deliver me from Allah if I thrust them away? Will ye not then reflect? I say not unto you, I have the treasures of Allah, nor I have knowledge of the unseen, nor say I, Lo, I am an angel, nor say I unto those whom your eyes scorn, that Allah will not give them good. Allah knoweth best what is in their hearts. Lo, then indeed I should be of the wrongdoers. They said, O Noah, thou hast disputed with us and multiplied disputation with us. Now bring upon us that wherewith thou threatenest us, if thou art of the truthful. He said, Only Allah will bring it upon you if he will, and ye can by no means escape. My counsel will not profit you if I were minded to advise you, if Allah's will is to keep you astray. He is your Lord, and unto him ye will be brought back. Or say they again, He hath invented it? Say, if I had invented it, upon me be my crimes, but I am innocent of all that ye commit. And it was inspired in Noah, saying, No one of thy folk will believe, save him who hath believed already. Be not distressed because of what they do. Build the ship under our eyes and by our inspiration, and speak not unto me on behalf of those who do wrong. Lo, they will be drowned. And he was building the ship, and every time the chieftains of his people passed him, they made mock of him. He said, Though ye make mock of us, yet we mock at you even as ye mock. And ye shall know to whom a punishment that will confound him cometh, and upon whom a lasting doom will fall. Thus it was, till when our commandment came to pass, and the oven gushed forth water. We said, Load therein 2 of every kind, a pair, the male and the female, and thy household, save him against whom the word hath gone forth already, and those who believe. And but a few were they who believed with him. And he said, Embark therein. In the name of Allah be its course and its mooring. Lo, my Lord is forgiving, merciful. And it sailed with them amid waves like mountains. And Noah cried unto his son, and he was standing aloof, O my son, come ride with us, and be not with the disbelievers. He said, I shall betake me to some mountain that will save me from the water. Noah said, This day there is none that saveth from the commandment of Allah, save him on whom he hath had mercy. And the wave came in between them, so he was among the drowned. And it was said, O earth, swallow thy water, and O sky, be cleared of clouds. And the water was made to subside, and the commandment was fulfilled. And it, the ship, came to rest upon the mount Al-Judi, and it was said, A fair removal for wrongdoing folk. And Noah cried unto his Lord, and said, My Lord, lo, my son is of my household. Surely thy promise is the truth, and thou art the most just of judges. He said, O Noah, Lo, he is not of thy household. Lo, he is of evil conduct, so ask not of me that whereof thou hast no knowledge. I admonish thee, lest thou be among the ignorant. He said, My Lord, lo, in thee do I seek refuge from the sin, that I should ask of thee that whereof I have no knowledge. Unless thou forgive me, and have mercy on me, I shall be among the lost. It was said unto him, O Noah, Go thou down from the mountain with peace from us, and blessings upon thee and some nations that will spring from those with thee. There will be other nations unto whom we shall give enjoyment a long while, and then a painful doom from us will overtake them. This is of the tidings of the unseen, which we inspire in thee, Muhammad. Thou thyself knewest it not, nor did thy folk know it before this. Then have patience. Lo, the sequel is for those who ward off evil. And unto the tribe of Ad we sent their brother Hud. He said, O my people, serve Allah. Ye have no other God save him. Lo, ye do but invent. O my people, I ask of you no reward for it. Lo, my reward is the concern only of him who made me. Have ye then no sense? And O my people, ask forgiveness of your Lord, then turn unto him repentant. He will cause the sky to rain abundance on you, and will add unto you strength to your strength. Turn not away guilty. They said, O Hud, thou hast brought us no clear proof, and we are not going to forsake our gods on thy mere saying, and we are not believers in thee. We say naught, save that one of our gods hath possessed thee in an evil way. He said, I call Allah to witness, and do ye too bear witness, that I am innocent of all that ye ascribe as partners to Allah, besides him. So try to circumvent me, all of you. Give me no respite. Lo, I have put my trust in Allah, my Lord and your Lord. Not an animal, but he doth grasp it by the forelock. Lo, my Lord is on the straight path. And if ye turn away, still I have conveyed unto you that wherewith I was sent unto you, and my Lord will set in place of you a folk other than you. Ye cannot injure him at all. Lo, my Lord is guardian over all things. And when our commandment came to pass, we saved Hud and those who believed with him by a mercy from us. We saved them from a harsh doom. And such were Ad. They denied the revelations of their Lord, and flouted his messengers, and followed the command of every froward potentate. And a curse was made to follow them in the world, and on the day of resurrection. Lo, Ad disbelieved in their Lord. A far removal for Ad, the folk of Hud. And unto the tribe of Thamud we sent their brother Saleh. He said, O my people, serve Allah. Ye have no other God save him. He brought you forth from the earth, and hath made you husband it. So ask forgiveness of him, and turn unto him repentant. Lo, my Lord is nigh, responsive. They said, O Saleh, thou hast been among us hitherto, as that wherein our hope was placed. Dost thou ask us not to worship what our fathers worshipped? Lo, we verily are in grave doubt concerning that to which thou callest us. He said, O my people, bethink you, if I am acting on clear proof from my Lord, and there hath come unto me a mercy from him, who will save me from Allah, if I disobey him? Ye would add to me naught save perdition. O my people, this is the camel of Allah, a token unto you. so suffer her to feed in Allah's earth, and touch her not with harm, lest a near torment seize you. But they hamstrung her. And then he said, Enjoy life in your dwelling place 3 days. This is a threat that will not be belied. So when our commandment came to pass, we saved Saleh, and those who believed with him, by a mercy from us, from the ignominy of that day. Lo, thy Lord, he is the strong, the mighty. And the awful cry overtook those who did wrong, so that mourning found them prostrate in their dwellings, as though they had not dwelt there. Lo, Thamud disbelieved in their Lord, a far removal for Thamud. And our messengers came unto Abraham with good news. They said, Peace. He answered, Peace, and delayed not to bring a roasted calf. And when he saw their hands reached not to it, he mistrusted them, and conceived a fear of them. They said, Fear not. Lo, we are sent unto the folk of Lot. And his wife, standing by, laughed when we gave her good tidings of the birth of Isaac, and after Isaac of Jacob. She said, Oh, woe is me! Shall I bear a child when I am an old woman, and this my husband is an old man? Lo, this is a strange thing. They said, Wonderest thou at the commandment of Allah? The mercy of Allah and his blessings be upon you, O people of the house. Lo, he is owner of praise, owner of glory. And when the awe departed from Abraham and the glad news reached him, he pleaded with us on behalf of the folk of Lot. Lo, Abraham was mild, imploring, penitent. It was said, O Abraham, Forsake this. Lo, thy Lord's commandment hath gone forth, and lo, there cometh unto them a doom which cannot be repelled. And when our messengers came unto Lot, he was distressed, and knew not how to protect them. He said, This is a distressful day. And his people came unto him, running towards him, and before then they used to commit abominations. He said, O my people, here are my daughters. They are purer for you. Beware of Allah, and degrade me not in the presence of my guests. Is there not among you any upright man? They said, Well thou knowest that we have no right to thy daughters, and well thou knowest what we want. He said, Would that I had strength to resist you, or had some strong support among you. The messengers said, O Lot, lo, we are messengers of thy Lord. They shall not reach thee. So travel with thy people in a part of the night, and let not one of you turn round, all save thy wife. Lo, that which smiteth them will smite her also. Lo, their tryst is for the morning. Is not the morning nigh? So when our commandment came to pass, we overthrew that township, and rained upon it stones of clay, one after another, marked with fire in the providence of thy Lord, for the destruction of the wicked, and they are never far from the wrongdoers. And unto Midian we sent their brother Shu'aib. He said, O my people, serve Allah. Ye have no other God save him, and give not short measure and short weight. Lo, I see you well-to-do, and lo, I fear for you the doom of a besetting day. O my people, give full measure and full weight in justice, and wrong not people in respect of their goods, and do not evil in the earth, causing corruption. That which Allah leaveth with you is better for you if ye are believers, and I am not a keeper over you. They said, O Shoaib, doth thy way of prayer command these that we should forsake that which our fathers used to worship, or that we should leave off doing what we will with our own property? Lo, thou art the mild, the guide to right behavior. He said, O my people, bethink you, if I am acting on a clear proof from my Lord, and he sustaineth me with fair sustenance from him, how can I concede aught to you? I desire not to do behind your backs that which I ask you not to do. I desire naught save reform so far as I am able. My welfare is only in Allah. In him I trust, and unto him I turn repentant. And O my people, let not the schism with me cause you to sin, so that there befall you that which befell the folk of Noah, and the folk of Hud, and the folk of Saleh. And the folk of Lot are not far off from you. Ask pardon of your Lord, and then turn unto him repentant. Lo, my Lord is merciful, loving. They said, O Shoaib, we understand not much of that thou tellest, and lo, we do behold thee weak among us. But for thy family we should have stoned thee, for thou art not strong against us. He said, O my people, is my family more to be honored by you than Allah? And ye put him behind you neglected? Lo, my Lord surroundeth what ye do. And O my people, act according to your power. Lo, I too am acting. Ye will soon know on whom there cometh a doom that will abase him, and who it is that lieth. And watch, lo, I am a watcher with you. And when our commandment came to pass, we saved Shoaib, and those who believed with him by a mercy from us. And the awful cry seized those who did injustice, and mourning found them prostrate in their dwellings, as though they had not dwelt there. A far removal from Midian, even as Thamud had been removed afar. And verily we sent Moses with our revelations and a clear warrant unto Pharaoh and his chiefs, but they did follow the command of Pharaoh, and the command of Pharaoh was no right guide. He will go before his people on the day of resurrection, and will lead them to the fire for watering place. Ah, hapless is the watering place whither they are led. A curse is made to follow them in the world, and on the day of resurrection. Hapless is the gift that will be given them. That is something of the tidings of the townships which were destroyed of old. We relate it unto thee, Muhammad. Some of them are standing, and some already reaped. We wronged them not, but they did wrong themselves, and their gods on whom they call beside Allah availed them naught when came thy Lord's command. They added to them naught save ruin. Even thus is the grasp of thy Lord when he graspeth the townships while they are doing wrong. Lo, his grasp is painful, very strong. Lo, herein verily there is a portent for those who fear the doom of the hereafter. That is a day unto which mankind will be gathered, and that is a day that will be witnessed. And we defer it only as a term already reckoned. On the day when it cometh, no soul will speak except by his permission. Some among them will be wretched, others glad. And for those who will be wretched on that day, they will be in the fire. Sighing and wailing will be their portion therein, abiding there so long as the heavens and the earth endure, save for that which thy Lord willeth. Lo, thy Lord is doer of what he will. And as for those who will be glad that day, They will be in the garden, abiding there so long as the heavens and the earth endure, save for that which thy Lord willeth, a gift unfailing. So be not thou in doubt concerning that which these folk worship. They worship only as their fathers worshipped aforetime. Lo, we shall pay them their whole due unabated. And we verily gave unto Moses the scripture, and there was strife thereupon. And had it not been for a word that had already gone forth from thy Lord, the case would have been judged between them. And lo, they are in grave doubt concerning it. And lo, unto each thy Lord will verily repay his works in full. Lo, he is informed of what they do. So tread thou the straight path as thou art commanded, and those who turn unto Allah with thee, and transgress not. Lo, he is seer of what ye do. And incline not toward those who do wrong, lest the fire touch you, and ye have no protecting friends against Allah, and afterward ye would not be helped. Establish worship at the two ends of the day, and in some watches of the night. Lo, good deeds annul ill deeds. This is a reminder for the mindful. And have patience, O Muhammad, for lo, Allah loseth not the wages of the good. If only there had been among the generations before you men possessing a remnant of good sense, to warn their people from corruption in the earth, as did a few of those whom we saved from them. The wrongdoers followed that by which they were made sapless, and were guilty. In truth, thy Lord destroyed not the townships tyrannously, while their folk were doing right. And if thy Lord had willed, he verily would have made mankind one nation, yet they cease not differing. Save him on whom thy Lord hath mercy, and for that he did create them, and the word of thy Lord hath been fulfilled. Verily I shall fill hell with the jinn and mankind together. And all that we relate unto thee of the story of the messengers is in order that thereby we may make firm thy heart. And herein hath come unto thee the truth, and an exhortation, and a reminder for believers. And say unto those who believe not, act according to your power. Lo, we too are acting. And wait. Lo, we too are waiting. And Allah's is the invisible of the heavens and the earth, and unto him the whole matter will be returned. So worship him, and put thy trust in him. Lo, thy Lord is not unaware of what ye mortals do. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Alif, Lam, Ra. These are verses of the scripture that maketh plain. Lo, we have revealed it, a lecture in Arabic, that ye may understand. We narrate unto thee, Muhammad, the best of narratives, in that we have inspired in thee this Qur'an, though aforetime thou wast of the heedless. When Joseph said unto his father, O my father, lo, I saw in a dream 11 planets, and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating themselves unto me. He said, O my dear son, tell not thy brethren of thy vision, lest they plot a plot against thee. Lo, Satan is for man an open foe. Thus thy Lord will prefer thee, and will teach thee the interpretation of events, and will perfect his grace upon thee, and upon the family of Jacob, as he perfected it upon thy forefathers, Abraham and Isaac. Lo, thy Lord is knower, wise. Verily, in Joseph and his brethren are signs of Allah's sovereignty for the inquiring. When they said, Verily, Joseph and his brother are dearer to our father than we are, many though we be, Lo, our father is in plain aberration. One said, Kill Joseph, or cast him to some other land, so that your father's favor may be all for you, and that ye may afterward be righteous folk. One among them said, Kill not Joseph, but if ye must be doing, fling him into the depth of the pit. Some caravan will find him. They said, O our father, why wilt thou not trust us with Joseph, when, lo, we are good friends to him? Send him with us tomorrow, that he may enjoy himself and play, and, lo, we shall take good care of him. He said, Lo, in truth it saddens me that ye should take him with you, and I fear lest the wolf devour him, while ye are heedless of him. They said, If the wolf should devour him when we are so strong a band, then surely we should have already perished. Then, when they had led him off, and were of one mind that they should place him in the depth of the pit, we inspired in him. Thou wilt tell them of this deed of theirs, when they know thee not. And they came weeping to their father in the evening, saying, O our father, we went racing one with another, and left Joseph by our things, and the wolf devoured him, and thou believest not our sayings, even when we speak the truth. And they came with false blood on his shirt. He said, Nay, but your minds have beguiled you into something. My course is comely patience, and Allah it is, whose help is to be sought in that predicament which ye describe. And there came a caravan, and they sent their water drawer. He let down his pail into the pit. He said, Good luck, here is a youth. And they hid him as a treasure, and Allah was aware of what they did. And they sold him for a low price, a number of silver coins, and they attached no value to him. And he of Egypt who purchased him said unto his wife, Receive him honorably, perchance he may prove useful to us, or we may adopt him as a son. Thus we established Joseph in the land, that we might teach him the interpretation of events. And Allah was predominant in his career, but most of mankind know not. And when he reached his prime, we gave him wisdom and knowledge. Thus we reward the good. She, in whose house he was, asked of him an evil act. She bolted the doors and said, Come. He said, I seek refuge in Allah. Lo, he is my Lord, who hath treated me honorably. Wrongdoers never prosper. She verily desired him, and he would have desired her, if it had not been that he saw the argument of his Lord. Thus it was that we warded off from him evil and lewdness. Lo, he was of our chosen slaves. And they raced with one another to the door, and she tore his shirt from behind. And they met her lord and master at the door. She said, What shall be his reward, who wisheth evil to thy folk, save prison or a painful doom? Joseph said, She it was who asked of me an evil act, and a witness of her own folk testified, If his shirt is torn from front, then she speaketh truth, and he is of the liars. And if his shirt is torn from behind, then she hath lied, and he is of the truthful. So when he saw his shirt torn from behind, he said, Lo, this is of the guile of you women. Lo, the guile of you is very great. O Joseph, turn away from this, and thou, O woman, ask forgiveness for thy sin. Lo, thou art of the sinful. And women in the city said, The ruler's wife is asking of her slave boy an ill deed. Indeed, he has smitten her to the heart with love. We behold her in plain aberration. When she heard of their sly talk, she sent for them and prepared for them a cushioned couch to lie on at the feast, and gave to every one of them a knife, and said to Joseph, Come out unto them. And when they saw him, they exalted him and cut their hands, exclaiming, Allah, blameless, this is not a human being, this is no other than some gracious angel. She said, This is he on whose account ye blamed me. I asked of him an evil act, but he proved continent. But if he do not my behest, he verily shall be imprisoned, and verily shall be of those brought low. He said, O my Lord, prison is more dear than that unto which they urge me. And if thou fend not off their wiles from me, I shall incline unto them, and become of the foolish. So his Lord heard his prayer, and fended off their wiles from him. Lo, he is hearer knower. And it seemed good to them, the menfolk, after they had seen the signs of his innocence, to imprison him for a time. And 2 young men went to prison with him. One of them said, I dreamt that I was pressing wine. The other said, I dreamt that I was carrying upon my head bread, whereof the birds were eating. Announce unto us the interpretation, for we see thee of those good at interpretation. He said, The food which ye are given daily shall not come unto you, but I shall tell you the interpretation ere it cometh unto you. This is of that which my Lord hath taught me. Lo, I have forsaken the religion of the folk who believe not in Allah, and are disbelievers in the hereafter. And I have followed the religion of my fathers, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. It never was for us to attribute aught as partner to Allah. This is of the bounty of Allah unto us, the seed of Abraham, and unto mankind. But most men give not thanks. O my 2 fellow prisoners are diverse lords, Allah, the One, the Almighty. Those whom ye worship beside him are but names, which ye have named, ye and your fathers. Allah hath revealed no sanction for them. The decision rests with Allah only, who hath commanded you that ye worship none save him. This is the right religion, but most men know not. O my 2 fellow prisoners, as for one of you, he will pour out wine for his Lord to drink. And as for the other, he will be crucified, so that the birds will eat from his head. Thus is the case judged, concerning which ye did inquire. And he said unto him of the 2 who he knew would be released, Mention me in the presence of thy Lord. But Satan caused him to forget to mention it to his Lord. So he, Joseph, stayed in prison for some years. And the king said, Lo, I saw in a dream 7 fat kine, which 7 lean were eating, and 7 green ears of corn, and the other 7 dry. O notables, expound for me my vision, if ye can interpret dreams. They answered, Jumbled dreams, and we are not knowing in the interpretation of dreams. And he of the 2 who was released, and now at length remembered, said, I am going to announce unto you the interpretation, therefore send me forth. And when he came to Joseph in the prison, he exclaimed, Joseph, O thou truthful one, expound for us the 7 fat kine which 7 lean were eating, and the 7 green ears of corn, and the other 7 dry, that I may return unto the people, so that they may know. He said, Ye shall sow 7 years as usual, but that which ye reap, leave it in the ear, all save a little which ye eat. Then after that will come 7 hard years, which will devour all that ye have prepared for them, save a little of that which ye have stored. Then after that will come a year when the people will have plenteous crops, and when they will press wine and oil. And the king said, Bring him unto me. And when the messenger came unto him, he, Joseph, said, Return unto thy lord, and ask him what was the case of the women who cut their hands. Lo, my lord knoweth their guile. He, the king, then sent for those women, and said, What happened when ye asked an evil act of Joseph? They answered, Allah blameless. We know no evil of him. Said the wife of the ruler, Now the truth is out. I asked of him an evil act, and he is surely of the truthful. Then Joseph said, I asked for this, that he, my lord, may know that I betrayed him not in secret, and that surely Allah guideth not the snare of the betrayers.